Welcome back to Clegg's Adventures. We're down here at the river again. We're gonna see what we can find. It's cold out today, but we're gonna fight the cold and get to it. Let's try to get down these wonky steps. Look at this. Crazy, these things are slipping down. They were all the way up here last year. Let's get started. Look at all this fresh stone that has washed out after this last high water. You can see the fire pits coming out of here. We're gonna scour all this all the way down to beach and see what we can find. I looked very thorough up through these places like this. All this stuff here. You gotta move this crap out. Every little stone like this, I check it. We're gonna go all the way down to beach, see what we can find. It's looking good already. Look down here. Check this out. I flipped this over already. Check it out. Nice nutting stone. Really nice one. Really nice big hole right here in the top. One started right there. We're gonna take that. Let's go see what else we can find. We'll look up in all these roots of these bushes because the water did come up. It got up to about, I'm gonna say, right in here by the looks of all this crap here washed in. But don't worry, I was like the West Virginia state champion Easter egg hunter. If it's here, we're gonna find it. Let's get started. Like 20 meters farther down the beach. Look at this. I'm always flipping rocks. There's another piece of sandstone right here. I flipped it over. Check it out. Nutting holes all in it, but this layer right here is all that's left of the top. There might have been nutting holes all around it, but who knows? I'm not gonna take that one. It's not a very nice one. I'm checking all these lips up in here too. See all that stuff washing out of there. Take a stick and pick through it. If I find anything else, I'll let you know. It's looking really good. Okay, we got one right up under the bush here, under these roots. I'm digging through all this fire pits. I mean, look at all these stones coming out of here. But this one was laying flat out. What is that up there? Ugh. Can't get it. Anyway, right over here. Look at this. Laying flat out. I hope the tip's on it. Yeah, it's all there. Oh, check it out. Nice little point. Looks like a, well, I don't know if that's a bird point. That might be a bird point. It may be a sharpened down dart point. I don't know, but it's all there. It's not beveled. And maybe slightly ground on the base. Another nice start to the day. We got a lot of beach to go. We got to go all the way down here. Very cool. Very cool little point. Man, I got something cool down the beach. I had to come back and get my bag. I didn't want to leave it too far behind. You never know who's down here. You ain't gonna believe this. This just washed in probably last night. Let's get down there. Oh, yeah! Look at this. See that? It's a little bottle, and it's got beads in it, and there's a note in there. It looks fairly dry. I can see some ink writing on the paper, It's folded up. We're gonna get that out. We're gonna check it out, see what it says pretty soon. Let's go find something else first. Oh man. Message in a bottle. Check this out. Now, somebody was down here walking their dog or something, because there's dog prints and footprints around here. And the dog was just scratching everywhere. I mean, he was digging some major holes. He dug over there, but look at this hole he dug at. Look at this. He was going to town here. He dug about 1.5 feet deep. I don't think there was anybody looking for artifacts or anything, because look, the dog dug a stone out and I flipped it over and it's got a little nutting hole started in the top of it. So I don't think they were looking for artifacts. Maybe he's got an artifact sniffing dog. We gotta get us one of those. Here in a little while, I might come over here and try to flip some of these concrete chunks over. Now I can't flip those big ones, but the smaller ones, I think I can move. And I have found a lot of stuff in here, pottery and points, so it's hard to tell what could be washed out and getting caught up in these big stones. See, I mean, you can see the fire pit stones coming out of here everywhere. There's got to be stuff in there. I just flip all these stones over, you know, because you never know. There's stuff in here. Get all these cane weeds. We have to get all these cane weeds out of here first. Oh, that's that one nutting stone we didn't get last time. We left it here. We're gonna get that this time. We'll put it right here. Yeah, remember right down here, flipped it over and had a nice nutting hole in it. We're gonna take that with us this time. We're gonna walk on down the beach, see what we can get. Then we're gonna come back in here and try to flip some of these smaller concrete stones. So check this out over here. This dock, this old dock, it's solid concrete. Well, it's not solid, but it's concrete. It's got to weigh a few ton. Being held up by 4x4s, and this chain, I guess this was like a safety chain with 2 pipes. The chain's tight, the chain's holding it now. And the pipe is split the length down through here. And I was climbing up under there all the time. I know better now, I ain't getting under that thing. That come down, that squash you like a bug. Check this out. I found this laying over here. Hold on a second. Ugh. You think that's a silt preform? I mean, it looks like it's been trying to be worked into place there. Chipped all up, I don't know. Looks like a silt preform. Give me a thumbs up if you think that's a silt preform. But I got something over here that's cool, right here in front of me. The most amazing grinding stone I ever found. This thing is so cool. Check this out. I picked it up already. This thing is cool. Right there's flint. That's why I was digging through these gravels. There's no telling what's in these gravels. Look at this grinding stone. You can see, let me set it down here for a second. You can see right here where they've ground, and I think there's a chip out of it right in this area, but you can see where they've ground this right here and kept grinding and grinding down in the edge of that. And look, they have got that thing wallered out. That thing's had a lot of grinding on it. Maybe putting bone awls in there or something, you know. Maybe had like bone awls sharpening it like this in there over several weeks to put that groove in there. That's deep. Very cool. Very cool find. You ain't gonna believe this. I got 2 artifacts, flipping rocks, flipping concrete pieces, just like I said. Not up there yet, but down here. I got something amazing. Well, I got 2 things, but we need to get this concrete chunk flipped. I flipped this chunk out here, took a stick and started raking this dirt out way up in there. Look at here. First thing, this wasn't under the rock, but I saw it first down here. Ugh. It's a little point. I don't know what to call that. It's like a triangle point, but it's pretty thick. And it looks like they've taken a strike. Either it's hit something on impact, but there's a little tiny chip out of it right there. Maybe to make a perforator or something. Maybe they were using that for a perforator or something. I don't know. It's not a bad little find. But look at this. Right here. Now I picked this up already, or I wouldn't have known what it was. I just saw it was something smooth. Look, I put it back the way I found it. This is laying right here. It came from right up in here. I started scratching up in there first. I came down here and I saw it flip out. Look at this. Let's wash it off. Holy smokes. It's a little Tomahawk, they call it. But I'll tell you what it's for in a minute. Very nice Celt. Look at the bit on that. What these were, a lot of people call these Tomahawks, but I don't think they were hafted anything because there's no groove around them. Very cool. That thing is just polished smooth. The bit does have a few little minor chips out of it. Very nice. Well, like I say, a lot of people call these Tomahawks Celts, but what they are actually, I think, is a woodworking tool, like a chisel. You can see the bit on that. And it's, I mean, it's still fairly sharp after being in the ground several thousand years. I mean, it's not gonna cut your, but it was probably used for, you know, when they had to make a bow or something. If you've ever watched people make bows, they have to follow a growth ring of that stave down, or a bow will split if you try to cross one of those growth rings. So they had to have a good woodworking tool for that. I would say if they were hitting it on the end, like a hammer chisel, it's not beat up or anything. Maybe they were using a wooden mallet or something to peck that along. That is a very nice piece. Very cool, very cool. There's another little shot of that. Very cool. Very cool. Look at the bit on that again. Very nice. Here's something cool. Check this out. What do you make of this? Looks like a vintage bedpost knob or something. It's heavy, it's solid. Very heavy, it's a hole through it. Very cool, ornate design, some flowers on this side. That's nice. I bet that went on a bedpost. Maybe. What do you think? Or maybe it wouldn't be the end of a curtain rod. That's too heavy for that. What do you think? Leave a comment. Let me know what you think on that. I say bedpost knob. I don't know if this was lost here or what. Well, obviously it was lost here. Or somebody threw it over the bank from up there. Maybe that dude walking his dog lost it. But it's alive. I mean, it's got juice to it. The battery is in there. You ain't gonna believe this. Holy smokes. I'll let you hear it here in a minute. Check this out. That's cool, isn't it? Did that for you? Yeah, I just carved that with my carving jack. A piece of wood. Should leave out here for somebody else to find. Even has streaks in it. Handy little tools, carving jack. Got all kinds of little gouges and chisels in it. Really cool for carving. Taking along with you. Cool point. Okay, here's some of the stuff I didn't show that I found just walking down the beach and flipping through them concrete pieces. First, I didn't show this. Found this little cup. I don't know if it's old or what. Might be vintage, 50s or 60s. So that was pretty cool. And we found a couple preforms. This one here, it's not bad. And this one got a big stack they couldn't get off of it. Found this broken point. I don't even know what that would have been. Just kind of the snap base and all busted up. Then we found this looks to be a it's a base, but it's a fanned out base. So I have no idea what that would have been. Again, broken. Another little broken tip. Who knows what it was. Found two rubbed hematite pieces here. This one's broken up. Here's a small one that's been just used up to nothing. Here's something that would have been killer. It's a little drill. Broken. The bit part's broken right off. Would extended up maybe that high. So that was a bummer. Found two pottery shards. You can see the shell has leached out. And this one's a little larger. It's not a bad piece there. And our carved out wooden point with our carving jack. Turned out pretty nice. That'd fool anybody laying in the sand. We say we read that message in a bottle. Let's open this up and check it out. Try to get this cork out of here without, it looks like it's, oh, the cork's going down in. I shoved it down in there. Let me dig this cork out of here and this note, and we'll see what this says. I'm kind of curious. Wonder how far that floated down the river. Having a hard time getting this cork out. I got all these beads out of here though. They're coming out. Trying to cut this cork up into little pieces and then pull it out of there without busting this bottle. I'm getting it. Just a minute. Okay, here comes the note. We got it. The bottle. Now let's check this out. My hands are freezing. Maybe I won some money or something. Call in to collect your $100,000 prize. The note has gotten wet at one time. This is going to be hard to read. Let me get this unfolded. Sticking together. Well, here's the note. It was folded up and a little bit of moisture got into the bottle, I would say, because the back, if it says anything on the back, I cannot read it. It's reversed. That might have been from a notepad earlier laying against it. I don't know. But the note reads, it's kind of sad actually. Hashtag Michigan. It says, Mom, I just miss you so much. You lost your life way too soon. Please just give me a sign. Your daughter, Shauna. Well, Shauna, here's your sign. I don't know how far that traveled down the river, but if you're watching, if anybody knows a Shauna that lost their mother, please let them know. I found this a couple miles south of Sistersville, washed up on the bank. I'm gonna fold that back up and put it back in the bottle with the beads and keep it, just in case Shauna's ever located. There, we got it all back in the bottle. Cork's ruined, of course, but yeah, it was kind of a sad note in there. Here's that tape recorder. You gotta hear this. Check this out.
Don't forget to subscribe to Clegg's Adventures.
We'll catch you on the next one.